My name is Jim Lafferty. I'm from Lexington, Kentucky, and I've lived a very blessed life. In 2013, I was hospitalized with COPD 5 different times, and on the final time I was told that there was nothing else that could be done. Now, I have worked with horses my entire life, and so I kind of knew about stem cells because all my friends were veterinarians, and at one time I was pre-vet. And so I ended up working with several of the doctors, equine doctors there in Lexington. And they've had a free reign with stem cells, whereas our doctors have been restricted to what they can and can't do with stem cells. And I don't watch television because every time I'm around the TV, I notice that there's maybe 500 or 600 channels and nothing on. But anyway, I started watching programs about stem cells because I believed in them. And I found out that they didn't require anything from a baby, that they could take my own stem cells out of my fat tissue. And in 2013, they did send me home on hospice and all the morphine I could drink. And I'll tell you right now, the reason they give you morphine is so that you don't care if you die or not. And I'm pretty good with God anyway, and I've lived a very blessed life, like I said. And even though my doctors would tell me that after my daughter had found out about a place that would give me stem cells, my doctors would try to talk me out of it. They were like, well, I'd seen a program on 60 Minutes where they're just ripping people off. Well, I'm here to tell you that there's no rip-off at all. It's a very easy procedure to go through, and I was on 6 liters of oxygen a day, all day long. And if I missed one breath of that 6, I would have to crank it up to 8 in order to live. And I bought into it, and I was ready to die. But there's something about me that I didn't want to leave my children into a mess. And I told them that if they could get my legs back underneath me, that I could go back to the cabin and repair a furnace that had busted a fan, and it was a brand new furnace, and the kids would have just bought a new furnace. I know what they would have done. So as I take more and more of the stem cells today even, and I have dropped to the point to where I'm at 3 liters of oxygen if I'm up and active and doing things, and if I'm not doing anything, eating or watching something on YouTube or something like that, that tends to be my main thing, then I don't need it at all, or just to sit and talk. And also, and this is very important, is that whenever you have COPD, you have the problem that the very medicines that you take causes a infection, and that leads to congested heart failure. And your heart jumps in there and tries to take over to make up for what your lungs isn't doing. And so I have been able to get off of the medicines that cause the infection, which is albuterol and Spiriva and Advair. All three of them will cause infection in your lungs, and so, but they do open up your bronchial tubes that helps you breathe. So I have been able to get off of them, and I have not spent a night in the hospital since I've started my stem cell treatments, and I highly recommend it for anyone that's looking for a better way of life with COPD. And the earlier you can catch it, the better, because I did not catch it until I was ready to die. Thank you very much.